Greetings, YouTube. Not since Gwenpool at the movies, way back in August, have I seen an event quest that went from the perception that it was going to be really, really tough and the reality of that for the first, 3 weeks of this event, to seeing something that quickly got nerfed to the ground in a way that hopefully now anyone can complete this with relative ease, because the PI of these champions, and particularly even the final boss, has been cut by 80-90%. We're talking from 40% to 40,000 plus in terms of rating to 10,000. Now, yes, there are still the same kind of annoying buffs. We don't even have in some cases awakened champs. So Limber with Domino, and then we do have say Havoc with the Godslayer and the spiked armor, etc. So it's still not going to be easy, but compared to the Rubik's Cube that was what we saw for the first few weeks, this is pretty amazing. And my guess is this has happened for several reasons. But the first is that nobody was doing this, right? It just wasn't worth the time and the effort. And openly, it was a terribly designed event that really should never have come to pass. If it was this, at least the difficulty would have justified, in some cases, the rewards. Though I remind you, as I get set to actually do my first ever, I'm sure I'll be very disappointed, but I have been doing that super unhealthy hoarding habit of 145,000 shards for what will be all greater last stand crystals. Hopefully I'll get at least, 15 of those in a video. But if they had just done what they did before and limited the community to 5 or maybe even 10 crystals and included nothing but the 5-star shards and then 6-star shards, tier 5 basic catalyst fragments, tier 2 alpha catalyst fragments, and maybe 5-star 6 stones along with the 5-star awakening gem, that would have been fantastic. And then imagine if they had the drop rate of 0.0001, which is pretty close to what ended up being for the 5-star awakening gem of a 6-star awakening gem. I still don't understand, and I think if I could theorize the rationale, my prediction, my hope is that on July 4th, we will have the first chance to purchase a class-based 6-star awakening gem crystal. Because they just gave us, for the first time in the past month, 6-star generic 6 stones, which was confusing to me because most summoners who aren't rich don't have a bunch of duped 6 stars yet. It's just too hard still to form a 6-star crystal. So you need a 6-star awakening gem, and yet we haven't seen one of those. They're still treating 5-star awakening gems like it's 2017. But hopefully it'll be around. My guess is it would probably be in the 15,000 unit package that they save for the best of the best. It's the same thing that we saw the opportunity on Cyber Monday to eventually get the generic 5-star awakening gem, which I also hope for the sake of the community they bring back on July 4th, because somehow Cyber Monday actually ended up being a better value overall than July 4th, which was a first. But either way, we're just hopeful that this is a sign of things to come with better items in these crystals. I love things like the Intel Store event, where you can guarantee yourself, if you get enough Intel, the opportunity to purchase a item. Obviously, the 5-star Awakening Gem crystal can still very much be skewed to getting the same class you always get, and that's where the bitterness comes in. But at least you know that you're going to have a shot at the crystal, whereas this, you got almost no shot. And looking at the drop rates of these, I have seen several people message me screenshots where they have received nothing but gold and 4-star 6 stones, because it's a 15% drop rate and a 9% drop rate. And that's just terrible. Even 4-star hero crystal shards. At this point, these people that are opening these are doing Act 6 content that you can't bring in 4 stars. So 4-star hero crystal shards are literally worthless when it comes to trying to desire and, most importantly, get hyped up to be excited to clear the content in this month's event, and then of course open these crystals. So I know that this is a step in the right direction. It does remind me of Gwenpool at the movies. If I see people comment that now this is too easy, this is BS, I do think that it is a pro player move to make content easier, especially for the middle class of MCOC that hasn't been playing for 4 years. I also have to hope, because the content was so exponentially harder than it is now, that the compensation package is actually a real compensation package that contains several opportunities for potions and revives and units than just here's some energy refills. Shut up. So what do you think? Are you excited to clear this now that it's 70 to 80% easier, or do you still think the entire event is a waste of time? Comment below, let me know. As always, I appreciate your support on my Marvel Contest of Champions YouTube channel.